So I have two main goals for today. One was to play Legend of Zelda for quite a while, which I've done, and it is now after 1 p.m. So off to the second goal, which is to get this water pump reinstalled on the Tahoe. I've been putting it off because I just really don't enjoy mechanicking. But now it's time to get at it. So we will move the Pearl and turn on the heat in here, get to it. After I'm done with this, I'll let you know how it goes and then share my thoughts with you. New one is on. Well, it's running and I don't see any leaks, so I'm gonna call that good enough. If it does spring a leak, it's going to a mechanic. I'm not messing with it no more. So I'm up here in Elijah's room because they're all busy doing stuff, and the light's good here. So anyway, I wanted to share with you a few of my thoughts. As I've been trying to understand all this and deal with many decisions with the boards that I'm on, one of the big things that I think we need to really discuss is the economic and political ramifications of all of this. As I said a couple days ago, we need to be aware and cautious of the amount of freedoms we give up to the government in order to protect us during these times. Safety is never a guarantee. The government cannot guarantee it, and the government will take whatever freedoms they can. Do I think it's nefarious? Do I think they're purposely trying to? No. When September 11th happened, I think the government was doing what they thought was best. But now here we are years and years later recognizing how much freedom we gave up during that time period. And I think the same will be true following this. Economically, there's just so many decisions that have to be made. Right now, with some of the things that I'm involved in, we're having to make budget decisions and all that kind of stuff, because everything I'm involved with is a charity type of deal. It's a nonprofit, and if people are scared, they're not giving, and we just have to deal with that. So that's a reality that I think we just need to consider. The other thing, and definitely the most important thing, is small church pastors are going to become so much more important during this time. And let me explain why. having somebody local who cares for you cannot be overstated. We had gotten comfortable in the church world where we would listen to some dynamic speaker and we're like, oh, well, I get better preaching if I listen to it on this, or this guy's so much better, and I'm getting what I need there, and then I'll do my study at home. That guy could give two flying flips about you. He is not your pastor. He is not the one who sacrifices. He is not the one who struggles to love you and to care for you. Somebody local is doing that. And local churches are going to have to bound together. They're going to have to work together. They're going to have to be unified in order to deal with whatever ramifications all this is going to have. There's one group of people that say, oh, everything's going to return to normal here shortly. Look at what it's doing in China. I'm not 100% convinced. But even if everything was to return to normal, normal was not doing well. You need to be involved in a local church, and small church pastors, you need to preach that. You need to be telling people church is much more than a sermon. Being a Christian is much more than I can read my Bible and pray at home. If we are going to make inroads, if we are going to make dents into the darkness, if we are going to see people saved, then we need to be working together locally. That's the design we see in the New Testament. That's the design that will work now. Yes, use the technology, do everything you can to reach your people, talk to your people, love your people through this. But really, really focus on what the local church does beyond just a Sunday service. That's what we need to be doing. That's what's really going to help us get through all of this. Right now, as I'm recording this, I'm getting text messages about church families and church things that are going on, emails going off about all the different things that are happening. And we need to be busy about that. People are scared, whether they admit it or not. People are wondering what's going to happen. There's so much uncertainty in the air. Here's what I can guarantee you. We all die. We all face judgment. And without Christ, that means an eternity in hell. We have been commissioned to take care of that duty. That's what we need to be worried about. That's what we need to be focused on. Anyway, those are my rants and my ramblings for today. Thank you guys for tuning in if you do. But again, this is a journal for me. 10 years from now, when we're going through another crisis, I'm going to look back on this and go, hey, that dude knew what he was talking about. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow, and hope you're taking care of the important stuff.